I'm gonna steal your sunshine and I'll shit on your parade. Don't get me started on doing Michael Caine. My opinion matters, yours will fall in last place. I'm not shutting up and you'll be learning my name. Fifth in the family, but first in my mind. 1 out of 10, but I'm ranking just fine. We've only got now, there's no afterlife. Look, Mom and Dad, I'm just speaking my mind. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. Everyone's coming on Kyle tonight. Wait, what? No, nobody's coming on Kyle tonight. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Everything's coming up Kyle tonight. You can't shut this mouth, but you're welcome to try. I only stop talking to drink, smoke, or eat and cry. I never shut up, gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die. Gonna talk till I die.
Hey everybody, we are live with season 6, episode 10 of Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up. Yeah. I am your host, Kyle Mocha. Thank you everybody that's joining in the present, the past, and the future, whatever and wherever and however you may be listening. Thank you so much for making time for all of us over here. I want to start off by welcoming my cohort, who's here every week, the wonderful Mr. Justin Olimpado.
Hey man,
how you doing today?
Good.
We had a fun day.
We did.
We went to the movies. We went to the movies for the first time. Like, I don't even know the last movie that I saw in theaters, but it was kitty cat playing with stuff. It was at least a year and a half ago, because I don't think I saw anything in the winter of last year. So we went and we saw The Green Knight.
Yeah,
it was really fucking good. If you can handle a good film that might seem slow to you if you're not paying attention, you just got to be immersed in it. It is beautifully shot.
Yeah, you're watching a movie. You're watching a tale, is what it is. There's not a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of scenic shots.
Oh yeah.
Really, not a lot of action or any. Like, it's just a movie, a tale being told. But
it is a very
awesome.
It's moving in all forms of the word, in the way that it's actually like captivating, but it's also like constantly on the go. Even the long shots are moving shots. So we highly recommend that you guys go check that out. And that's been the Movie Minute with Justin and Kyle. We're also joined by the one, the only Zachary Storman. Okay, it did explode. I was like, I expected it to have exploded a bit. You popped all over that filter, bro. That pop filter is working double pop action tonight. How are you doing today?
I'm fucking angry.
Yeah, you're not in a good one today. You're not in a good mood.
I've been having... I have anger problems.
Anger issues.
I'm admitting to it now.
He did hit himself with a sledgehammer.
It's not even why I'm angry.
I know, but that's just on top of it.
I just have anger in my heart, and I just hate so much.
You gotta let it out. Well,
you just let it go, dude.
I think tonight's the perfect time to do that. The later half of this episode, we're just going to be doing a full shrink evaluation on Zach. We got somebody coming. We got another couch for you to lay on. And we're gonna.
I don't have room for any more couches.
No, we do. We need one more couch for this.
We're gonna borrow Richard's idea, except for it's not tiered, it's just stacked.
Just couches on top. So you have to like lay sideways in them?
Yeah.
I'd be alright with that, except for the
bunk couches.
Bunk couches?
Bunk couches. Oh no, they're back. And that guy over there bringing up the bunk couches. We were joined for the first time in 4 seasons, almost exactly.
Yeah.
Mr. Mark Slatky is here.
Hi,
Hey. He's the karaoke king. I said something. The master of karaoke is what I was calling. I think you could have all of those epitaphs, if you will, and they all suit you. You are my not only a friend of all of ours, but you literally are my favorite person to have do karaoke. And we're gonna be talking a lot about your life in karaoke, and you're celebrating an anniversary this year.
Absolutely.
Big 10 years.
Yeah.
Slacky is finally 10 years old.
He's 10 years old, guys.
Decade of Slacky.
Slacky and his hand have been married for a decade. They broke up for a little bit there. Which anniversary are we talking about?
I thought he was 10 years old.
No, I thought he just learned how to jerk off 10 years ago.
I mean, this guy could fucking pound him down for only being 10. It's fucking amazing.
This is disgusting and disturbing. No, but 10
We're all
years
going to jail!
At least they have... You probably have a better chance of getting affordable therapy in prison.
At least said laid.
And laid. I have a definite better chance of getting laid in prison. Look at me. I got tits and an ass. They're not good for anything other than some lonely gentleman.
Well,
that,
I mean,
might need
apparently
them.
if you do it in California, you
Bubba.
can choose where you go to prison.
Oh, true. That's true. Okay,
just make
I'm
sure it's in
definitely sticking with the
California,
dude
okay.
one then. So tonight we've got a really awesome featured song that's going to be from ADAM KINCAID. We're going to get into that a little bit later, but I am going to be shooting a music video for him. So this is a little tease as to the sound that you're going to be hearing and what I'm going to be working with. And we do have some beer that we're going to be drinking shortly. But Slacky, you brought this up before we start drinking beer. I mean, we already are. Before we start talking about the beer we're drinking. There is a slew of beer that got canceled.
Yeah.
And not canceled in the modern era way of cancellation.
My college years are destroyed now.
Yeah, a lot of like the ice beers are going away.
Keystone Ice, yeah.
Keystone Ice is going to be gone. They're discontinuing it.
Natty Ice?
Natty Ice is going to go, I believe.
Yeah.
They canceled
Milwaukee's Best.
Milwaukee's Best, done. They're still going to do like other versions of it.
Yeah.
But the one that I think is crazy, the classic Steel Reserve 211 is done. But all the fruity ones are sticking around.
Why?
I don't know. Like, why not just get rid of all of it? Just all of
absolutely.
it. Ham's Light Premium is gone. Or Premium Light, however they phrase it. I got really
nobody
nervous.
was drinking that.
Yeah, well, that's why a lot of these are definitely getting canceled.
Sure.
In your life of being somebody who enjoys a beverage here and there, Slacky,
Everywhere.
is there a beer that you like used to have? I know now these are canceled, but is there a beer that like you had years ago that like only Justin would remember because he was like 38, you know, when you were 12?
Yeah.
Is there a beer that is gone? Is there something you missed from the past?
Well, nothing I really miss. I mean, I like I said, my college years are destroyed because Milwaukee's Best was $35 a keg when I was in college.
Jesus Christ.
It was awesome.
Dude, you can't even get Lion's Head for that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Lion's Head's in the 60s or 70s now.
Yeah,
Jesus, that's beautiful.
Steel Reserve did get replaced by Natty Daddy. That is correct.
Yeah. Natty Daddy is basically the new one. And they got the Tall Boy Daddies. You don't need it anymore. And it doesn't... I mean, it still has that weird, like, almost a triple... like an actual beer scent to it when you open it. You're like, this actually kind of smells like it's supposed to be a real, like, heavy monastery brewed beverage. And then you take a sip of it and you're like, gasoline. I mean, no, we're good.
I mean, also, to be fair, malt beverages have come a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Since
the
Steel Reserve.
Well, think of the old malt beverage, Zima. Were you a Zima guy when that was happening? Did you ever get into it?
What's up, Jeff?
Zima with the Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, Zima with the Jolly Rancher. Yeah. Now, I do remember when I first started going to the bars, the icing was a big thing. The Smirnoff Ice.
Smirnoff Ice.
I've not seen a Smirnoff Ice that I've recognized as a Smirnoff Ice in years.
Yeah,
like I don't know. If they have,
I feel like that was a Jock and Jill's thing.
That
we
was
used to
that was
ice
an
each other
Artie
all
thing.
the time.
But you know, I just saw they just had a commercial out for Smirnoff Ice strawberry lemonade.
So they're just rolling that into the common.
Do they still make the energy drink
with the ice?
No, I didn't
or
think
the
it was
Gatorade
bad.
style? They still make the Gatorade.
Oh God, I forgot about. I haven't.
That was
the
easiest thing to drink.
Who was
ever.
making Gatorade?
Do you remember the?
It was the like the Gatorade style
energy or workout alcohol drink. It basically tasted.
Workout alcohol.
It came in a container that looked like a fucking
looked like a
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
I do
bottle.
not recall that at all.
We got a case of them once. They were all plastic bottles.
We did?
Like
Yeah,
and they
we
had
fucking-
screw-on
Like,
tops.
we did. Oh.
And it was at least once, but they were so crushable.
Yeah, you remember these.
They
dude.
were
Once
so
I show you this
ridiculous.
picture.
Yeah, you gotta see this because there's no way. You don't remember those guys?
Yeah, I
The
remember
Smirnoff
that.
Ice in
They
the.
would
Oh my
fucking
god!
pound
No.
these things, dude.
But
They
they were
had
like
electrolytes and
5%
shit.
or whatever, and you could literally just slam 15 of them, and it tasted like you were just drinking Powerade.
Yep.
But I
Maybe
do
that's
miss
why
those.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
them.
it's probably true. There are a couple of beers from back in the day that Richard might remember the name of the one that I'm thinking of, but it was a Mexican beer, and we drank it all the time before we got into hams. Yeah, these guys.
Dude,
there
that-
you can see it on the screen.
That
there.
reminds me of those Smirnoff bottles. Remind me of St. Ives. Remember that St. Ives Special Brew?
Oh,
yeah.
You don't see that anymore.
Yeah, no. Doesn't
that-
St. Ives also make lotion? Isn't the
Yeah,
lotion
St. Ives
company?
is a lotion.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's like an old lady lotion.
Yeah. My mom probably uses
Yes.
it, so I
Yeah.
probably masturbated with a lot, having to steal lotion from my parents as a child. You know. Okay, let's just go off on that for a second, because did you ever, as a young kid, like if you were a lotion user for jerking off? Because I know some people don't use lotion, it baffles me. But did you ever go like, oh, I'm going to use this lotion, and you take it and you squirt whatever you need in your hand or whatever you're doing to or just take the whole bottle and run away with it, and then you're like. And it's just like Avon, the most perfumed scent. So now at like 3:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday, you got to go take a shower and not explain to anybody because your dick and balls are just reeking. Because your balls, I'm smearing it on my balls too, are just reeking of Mama's Avon creme. Is that?
You do the whole area.
I start with the balls. I start with the balls. I get them all good and lubed, and then I kind of titty fuck my dick with my balls. That's what I do.
And then you put the cock ring on.
And then I put a cock ring over all of it. We are brought to you by cock rings. Once again, it's been a while since they've been here, but Slacky always reminds us, you gotta, if you don't use cock rings, how are you gonna get hard when you're whiskey drunk? I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I think that's the only way.
How are you gonna get hard when you rub
Can
your
you see that
mom's
in the blind
lotion?
bathroom?
Oh, jeez. All right, guys.
This is what Rich was answering your question.
Ooh, Bravado. Yes, Bravado. That was so good. I miss Bravado. We would be able to get that at like literally $12 a case, and we stocked up for a long while. Thank you, Richard, for having a memory better than I do.
Do they still make Mickeys? Mickeys still?
I think
Mickey's
they do.
is real, but the Mickey's Ice or the Mickey's like XL or whatever they did, that's part of the discontinued line.
Dude, we used to have the grenade
The
bombs.
grenade bombs?
Yeah, I remember.
Dude, we used to have a 3-man slingshot
Bravado.
fraternity house, and there was another fraternity house across the street from us. We used to get on top of the roof with the 3-man slingshot.
Oh,
drink
Jesus.
the grenade bottles and put them in a 3-man slingshot and shoot them across the street at the
Oh my
fraternity
god.
house.
That's how
At
people
another
die.
house.
At another
Oh,
fraternity
that's
house,
great.
yeah,
That's
across the
great.
street, yeah.
7 years ago, maximum or minimum is what you have to have done it for it to not be
Right.
a
That
crime.
was, I mean,
Anything
I
else
was
you
in
wanna
college. I was in
admit?
college for 8 years, but I mean, that was in 2003, 2002.
And you
somewhere.
are a doctor, so
Right,
you're a
so-
doctor of funk. I think
I
is
just
the
I just
degree.
dated myself on your show.
I date myself once in a while.
Yeah, usually with tons of lotion.
Tons of Avon lotion. Oh, guys, all right. So we got to get to talk about other beer and drinking some other beer because we've been sipping some Busch Lights, but we've got something in store, and I'm really excited for it. So, Justin, let's hit it. What are we drinking?
We drink it so you don't have to. Rub you in the morning from the bathroom. Cheap booze and craft brews. Rub you in the morning from the bathroom. What are we drinking? What are we drinking? Yeah!
All right, guys, so we are drinking Busch Light tonight. Busch Light, Busch Latte. We were drinking it a couple weeks ago, and I forgot because we had the corn cans, and it was just looked like corn, but it's the same beer. And I remembered that when we ranked this in Season 5, and I'm curious to see what you guys, because I'm going to ask you to re-rank it tonight and see how you matched up against if your taste buds have adapted, and then we'll have a little bit of like a scientific thing going here. Like we'll have like a control.
Yeah.
I don't know how science works. But it was called Bush Latte when we last tried it. Now, this one, I'll just say that I gave it a 65, all right? And I stand by that. It is a passing grade, and I've established that for me, passing is school terms. 65 and above is passing. 50 to 65, I'd have it again, but I'm probably never going to buy it myself. And 50 below, that's for me. You guys do it how you're going to do it. Right. We've been sipping it for a while, so Justin, I want to see what you rank it, and Zach, what you rank it, and then we're going to add Slacky's into here to compare it to what you originally ranked it at.
52.
52. Yeah. All right. Okay. Do you want to know now or afterwards. Zach's? Okay, afterwards. Zach, what do you give this 0 to 100?
62?
62. All right.
I may have gave it a 69 though.
No.
Just for the joke.
No, I'll just say this. It was before I think your decimals and your jokes happened. When you were just being very serious about the beer. Justin, you said a 52. You originally ranked it a 55.
Okay.
All right. Pretty close. That's like a minuscule amount there. Zach, you said 62. You originally said 61.
Wow.
Yeah,
all right,
61.
All right.
And I probably would have gone 63, I think. Like, if I didn't know, that's probably where I'd go with it. Now, Slacky, our overall ranking here is a 60.3. That is our overall ranking for the original ranking. What do you give Bush Light, Bush Latte?
Well, I'm a Miller Lite guy, so I'm going to, it's
you got shit on it?
Yeah, so I like it. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to give it a... I'm going to give it a 68.
68?
All right.
It's just almost hilarious. It's just almost hilarious, but it's not. It's not.
I didn't want to take Zach's joke.
It's all right. Take it and run with it. Now, so we've been sipping on these, but the important thing tonight, the thing that I've been staring at for a few weeks in beer distributors all across town, we are going to be consuming the Bush Light Apple. It is a limited edition 12 fluid ounce can, exact same alcohol, 4.1 as the Bush, but I wanted to taste Bush Light and Bush Light Apple next to each other. Now on the nose, Slacky, you got some reactions, you got some apples.
It smells like rum apple.
Oh yeah, I get some apple, a little hint, not a lot.
Yeah.
Now my concerns that it's a red apple color they're going with here. I hope then it is more on the crisp side.
It's not.
No. The can. They're decorating with red apple as opposed to
the
green
can
apple.
is red. Yes.
Yes, but I'm hoping that means that they're not going for a Granny Smith apple tartness. I just kind of want to have like a nice subtle, closer to a Red's Ale than an Angry Orchard is what I'm hoping for.
I bet you this is like just like
so
apple.
Sweet.
Like you put some apple juice.
Yeah, it smells like
it's
apple
not
juices.
Yeah, like it's more like Radler, like in that way,
Yes,
or
yeah.
Natter Days
Oh,
in
so
those
if
ways.
it's apple juice, it could be like skunked Bush Light.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, here's the skunk Bush Light. I'm gonna give this a sipper. That tastes like cider.
It does taste like cider.
That tastes like that is.
It's
cider.
weird though. It's like a bitter.
It is.
It smells sweeter than it actually
I
is.
immediately need another sip, but my stomach is
Dude,
not
I
going to
think
like
it still,
a whole
it still
case
has
of
like a
this.
beer taste to it though.
Yeah.
Like a beer feeling. It's not like a normal
The
cider.
mouthfeel, the texture, is more beer.
Well, it's a good thing it's made with water. You know what I
It
mean?
has a really, really good sweetness. It's not overpowering.
I don't know if I could drink multiple of
I
these.
don't know how many of these I can have. The fact that we found them in 6-packs, I was very happy with, because most everywhere I've seen is just 30 racks. This is a lot of for a 30 rack. I don't think you.
How much were these? Were they the same price?
Yeah, it was like $24 for the 30 pack. So it broke down evenly. So I think it was 6 and 6. Yeah. Or 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 20
I mean, that's I'm fine with that. Like the price of
it's not bad. It's $1 a beer, pretty much. I don't know. My stomach immediately doesn't like it, but my mouth really likes it. Is that different? Does anybody else ever have that?
Usually with lotion.
All right, Justin, what are you thinking on this guy? 0 to 100 while I think about getting some more Avon lotion over here.
My original ranking of Bush Light was 55. I like this a little bit better, so I'm going to go 57.
57. Steve-O, we just got a text message from Steve-O over here. Sack up, troopers. Gonna have that Bush apple downstairs all autumn. Fuck us. Yay. We're gonna get used to it. It's gonna be across the street. They're going to put it on sale.
And you're right, Rich. We didn't.
Jesus. So, sorry, what was the number again? 67 or 57? 57. All right. I can see that. Slacky. 0 to 100. Where are you going with this one?
I like it a little bit better too. It's pretty much It's not a like I like Honey Crisp, Amy Orchard Honey Crisp.
Yeah.
And I mean it's not there. You know what I mean? So, but I'll give it a. I'll go an even 70 for this.
Even 70. All right, it's fair. Zachary, what are you thinking on this guy? I don't think I can have more than 3 of them.
For an apple.
Yeah, for an apple beer,
The taste is there, but
it's there.
It might be the only apple flavored beer that's not trying to be cider.
Yeah,
What
I
is
mean,
Red's an apple
Red's
beer?
is apple ale. Like that's like they're always trying to push that they're ale.
Yeah.
And
I feel more manly drinking Busch Light apple than the
hell
Red's
yeah.
apple.
Oh hell yeah, it's more
So I'm gonna
manly.
give
this
this
is apple pilsner.
Yes,
no apple lager.
apple lager.
Oh,
light.
apple lager.
That's why it's hurting the stomach.
Yeah, light lager with natural flavors. I'm gonna give it a 65.
65. So that's above your ranking for regular Busch Light. Yeah, I really like it, and I think I want to rank it in my head thinking I'm only going to have one. I'm going to have 2, but I'm only going to have one of them. If I'm ranking on that, it's it's a 68. Like, it's good. It's good.
It doesn't take anything away. There's nothing.
I wonder if this is. We'll have to try it when the weather is cooler.
If it's gonna,
On
it's gonna feel
like
way
a
better
60-degree day,
Yeah.
out in the cornfield, just me, the crows, the corn, and a bottle of fucking St. Ives lotion, and if I could get a pounder of this, you know,
a 30-pack of
a 30-pack of St. Ives apple lotion. Why do you smell like grandma and apples? Shut up, kid. Go away. Stop following me to the bathroom every 5 minutes. Why do I go to the bathroom every 5 minutes? That's my business, not yours, kid.
Cocoa butter and apples.
Oh,
apple butter.
jeez. So, Slacky, I was talking earlier about how it's been 4 seasons since you were last on the show. We're about to start listening to some music, but I wanted to do before we listen to our featured artist, ADAM KINCAID.
Helen says it's a fall drink.
It is, definitely. It definitely is. Steve-O is suggesting that you drop a shot of Fireball in it. I think that is kind of the route that
Yeah,
you
that
can
might
take.
work.
That's
That may work.
a
That may
fall
work.
Boilermaker right there, if there ever was one. But when you were first on, for whatever reason, at that point, we were recording all of us like talking like during the mic checks. I don't know how often Justin did that or for how long Justin did that, but he recorded the mic check, and I was re-listening to the episode to see if there's anything I can bring up from it, and this was just the weirdest minute and a half. So I wanted to just have Justin play that for everybody.
Okay.
Are you just going to keep it on this screen and just mute us?
Yeah.
Or
You want me to mute us?
Mute us because it's a lot going on already. We don't need to add to it. So here is the sound check from season 2, episode 10 or episode 11 that Slacky and some guy named Joe Trimbali was on.
Who's that guy?
Who's
I
that?
don't know.
Who is that guy?
No idea. Don't know him. Don't think he'd like us. Don't think we'd like him. You know, it wouldn't be a guy that would want to hang out or anything. You know. But here it is. Here's the weird ass random sound check from that episode. All right, so Zach Spike is. You gotta be loud.
Yeah.
You know?
How about that microphone?
I'm here.
Okay.
Saki?
Hello. All right, now we can go back to dinner.
I don't think this is appropriate, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Is that the crush? It's like the future of...
The future.
The future.
The future.
Flying cars and dildos for everyone. That's the future I
Kyle, you have a public announcement?
I have a public announcement. Yes, I do. Yes. Attention, everybody. Free dildos will be given out at all Starbucks. All Starbucks with the purchase of 4 free coffees. You get 3 free dildos. Don't ask, just go. Don't ask, just go. Right now. Run. Don't walk. Run!
I'm out here.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that was weird.
Wait, after Eagles win, do you get 2 more dildos?
My goodness.
If the Yankees score 5 runs or more, Papa
John's will suck your dick. Well, good thing we have a lot of home run hitters. Just use the code Papa John's will suck your dick.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Christ.
Jesus.
Okay, all right. So later in that episode, we started talking about. Oh my god! And the Papa John's thing, will suck your dicks. That was the hashtag that we came up with for their competition that they should have had with Domino's, who was like hashtag we'll fix your roads or something like that. And I was like, Papa John's suck your dick be way better. So
that's before Papa John got canceled.
This is right before he got canceled, I believe, or maybe we were talking about how this is how they could get back in the good graces. I'm not really sure.
Might be funnier now with Shaq.
Yeah. Oh, Shaq is so good. Oh, it's not going to be good for you. Probably going to lose it. Oh no, I'm just so giant and powerful that one sucked just ripped it right up. Sorry, little friend. So we were talking on that episode about it was when Trump had the Clemson Tigers, and it was all the fast food, right? So I asked everybody what fast food they would have if they could have lunch with Trump. And you could pick your fast food. I asked everybody, and Joe immediately responds with Papa John's. And then again, we hashtag Papa John's suck your dick. Slacky, do you know? Because I'm curious. If just to answer the question honestly for you right now, if you could pick anything to have for lunch from any fast food restaurant, what would it be?
Taco Bell.
It is. You wanted a Taco Bell 12-pack.
Yeah.
Which would have been great. And I said, that's amazing, because then you know you're going to be shitting in the White House. And then in response to that, Justin, I asked you, and do you have a guess?
Did I say White Castle?
You did say White Castle.
That's disgusting.
And then I said, also, you're definitely going to be able to shit there. Zach, what would you have done?
I mean, KFC is my go-to.
You said Trump, Donald's got it right.
McDonald's,
Big Mac all the way.
Oh, well, if I'm, I guess that makes sense. If I'm eating it with Trump,
yes, yeah,
I guess I'm gonna share McDonald's with Trump.
Although I don't think he'd be upset with you having any of them. I said I wanted to have 300 junior bacon cheeseburgers from Wendy's on a giant table, and it was he and I eating them. But I would have had In-N-Out if it wasn't in D.C. That was my answer there.
In-N-Out is not fast food, though.
It is, but it isn't. It is in the tradition of...
The line is all the way around the fucking block. It takes... I could fucking slaughter a cow, butcher it, and make fucking burgers at home faster than In-N-Out.
Imagine how long those lines were during COVID when they couldn't have people inside also in a giant fucking line. Yeah. That an In-N-Out indoors on like any night of the week is basically just full of like 400 people waiting for their food. And I'm saying, though, if you could be the first in line the first of the day, like you're waiting there at 7 a.m. for them to open up, and you're the first to the drive-through, that's fast food. And then technically, it's still fast food, like in the definition of like, I'm thinking like burgers and fries and shit like that. But yeah, no, I think do you all pretty much stick with what you would go? Would you strictly make sure? Actually, would you make sure that you got to shit in the White House, though? Is that like a thing that you like? Yeah. You're like,
upper decker, bro.
Upper deck, exactly.
Dude, I'm not being a guest.
Or double flush.
Yeah, we're definitely never winning anything that would get us.
I'm not going to be a guest of the White House and not poop there.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say we're definitely never getting invited there. But
if some people don't poop when they're nervous.
Yeah, I'm
the opposite. It's like. Oh, big moment coming up. I better take a shit now.
I was going to say, I have to get myself nervous before I poo.
I'm pretty sure at Shane's wedding, they're like, speeches are coming up. I'm like, well, I better take a dump right now, huh?
Hey, man, sometimes you get nervous and you poo. It's what adult poos are all about.
Well, it centers me, you know?
I get that.
Good poop will center me.
It brings you back to your core, sitting on a toilet.
Do you give the courtesy double flush?
If I have to.
If you're a guest being nice, but if you did an upper decker, you don't do any of that.
I took a huge shit at the dentist's office the other day.
Yeah?
I wasn't even going to the dentist's office. Just had to stop there and be like, I have to use your bathroom.
Oh, please tell me it was my brother-in-law.
No, it wasn't.
Damn it.
It was a different dentist.
That would have been hilarious. I could have asked him about how your poo treated him
But I've pooped
afterwards.
there, too.
I've pooped there plenty of times. All right, guys. Well, we've got not poo to deal with right now. We've got music from ADAM KINCAID. Tonight we are going to be playing his single, Sweet Lemon, that just dropped back in July. Sweet Lemon. Now, this guy, again, is local. He's from, like, the Hellertown area, and I'm going to be filming a music video for him in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. His new single is really fucking awesome, and I just like his style. He's a very eclectic style of musician. So here's Adam Kincaid, again, Sweet Lemon. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes to discuss our final track off of Wasted and Waiting. All right, enjoy, guys.
Sweet Lemon.
Sour, I need something sweet, but I don't need anything to eat. A bitter ending, that is what I fear. I can feel her, but she's nowhere near. Gotta run down, drop all around till I find my sweet lemon. Pick her with care, play with her hair, baby, you're my sweet lemon. Don't want no line, ain't got no time for no one but my sweet lemon. I bet they're jealous. She's a keeper, blondie just for me. Come and climb right up my lemon tree. No one's sweeter, yeah, she ain't sugar free. Domino and Splenda can't compete. Oh, baby, you're my sweet treat. Gotta run down, drop all around till I find my sweet lemon. Pick her with care, play with her hair, baby, you're my sweet lemon. Don't want no lime, ain't got no time for no one but my sweet lemon. And I bet they're jealous. Candy coated, perfect sugar rush. Make me laugh and I will make you blush. Fully loaded, yeah, you're my favorite song. Feels like trick or treat goes all year long. Gotta run down, drop all around till I find my sweet lemon. Pick her with care, play with her hair, baby, you're my sweet lemon. Don't want no lime, ain't got no time for no one but my sweet lemon. And I bet they're jealous. Gotta run down, drop all around till I find my sweet lemon. Pick her with care, play with her hair, baby, you're my sweet lemon. Don't want no lime, ain't got no time for no one but my sweet lemon. And I bet they're jealous.
All right, guys, there you have it again. That is Sweet Lemon from Adam Kincaid. Stay tuned in the next couple of weeks, months, however long it winds up taking for us to get that music video out to you. We were talking about it while we were listening. If that song dropped in 1991, like right in the fall of 91, that would have been like the fall jam. Like, it has that feel, almost even like, we were listening to a bunch of bands. But it kind of, lyrically, and the way he has like the flow to it, kind of gives me an almost I always want to say Counting Crows. Is that the guy I'm thinking of that's got that?
Mr. Jones.
Yeah, no, I think it's the other one. What's Black Crows? Am I thinking Black Crows? No,
the Black Crows like a blues.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely thinking Counting Crows. One of the Crows, not Casting Crowns, which is the thing that keeps popping into my head, which is a Christian band. Yeah, so not them. He doesn't sound anything like a Christian band.
It reminds me a lot vocally, at least on that song, like Blind Melon.
Yeah, it's got that, like, they would have been playing festivals with all those guys with Sublime, all of that shit back in the day. So, really excited for this upcoming project. Stay tuned, and we'll have more on that in the next coming month or so.
Was that first Ween song?
Ooh.
The Pushing Daisies or whatever? Whatever it is.
They would have been right on all of those festivals. They would have been on Lollapalooza circa 92, 93, you know? Speaking of, to segue a little bit before we start talking about our song for this evening, I sat and watched three performances on Lollapalooza, well, 4 technically, with Steve-O and Jen on whatever night that was, Friday or Saturday. And we watched the Limp Bizkit set. And I am not a Limp Bizkit fan, but I don't hate them. I was, as I am with a lot of bands, very shocked with how many songs that they started playing. And I went, oh, this has to be the closer. Oh,
every
this has
time,
to be the closer.
Let me just say
they haven't played Fake yet. Oh, this has to be the... No, another song. This has to be the... And you just keep going. But
every time I've seen that band live, it's been a crazy experience. I saw them headline Family Values one year, and they were on it 2 years previous, and then I've seen them by themselves. All their sets are usually crazy. The one year he had like a fucking alien spaceship that everybody walked out of.
Well,
and shit.
This year
it was fucking wild.
He was dressed wearing a looked like a windbreaker, only like right between the tits area was like together. And then a light, soft orange shirt, brown pants that were like cut off high water style with all white socks.
He sort of looked like Bill Murray.
And he was wearing what I still think might have been a wig, but it might just be what his hair looks like today. And he kept
Pretty
referencing...
sure he was going bald. That has to be a wig.
That has to be a wig. That has to be a wig. So he was wearing this outfit, rocking and rolling. And it was fucking hilarious. The performance was great.
It's like fucking Bill Murray, dude.
He's a weird looking guy in this video or in the whole performance. Oh, you're bringing it on over? Here we go. Yeah, the glasses really pulled the whole thing together for me. But I will say that he kept making jokes about how much he looked like a dad, which I thought was him just kind of ripping on the crowd being so young. Because when they would like... I did it all for and go to the crowd, all you hear is Wes. Like, there's very few people in the crowd actually singing along, because everyone was really super young. And then at the end of it, they announced that their new album is called Dad Vibes. And so it was just a wonderful gimmick, and I hope he just keeps it going, because it's fucking hilarious.
So did they play any new songs?
They played the song, I guess the main track off of Dad Vibes as everybody was, as the set was done and they were leaving, they just played it over. It sounded...
Is it like yacht rock, or is it...
No. It's still more Limp Bizkit. Like, it's still that.
And Wes is still dressing up like...
Yeah, Wes still had a mask down to here, and then the rest of his face painted purple. He's still, like, doing his thing. The bass player is wearing, like, an army...
Same thing he used to do.
Army camo fucking tank top with the Superman logo on it. And then the drummer was a fill-in drummer.
DJ Lethal isn't in it anymore.
No, he was. He was there.
I thought they kicked DJ Lethal out.
Oh, no. They spent a lot of time shouting love to him, like, while he was, like, wicka, doing all this shit. He was there, and
but John Otto was not there. I don't know why, but the drummer from Manson filled in.
And that kid fucking looked 12 next to all of them, but fucking crushed
But John Otto is still in the band. I just think
he just couldn't make that.
Yeah,
or he didn't want to go because
how wild is that? That Wes was out for an album or whatever. But like that, how long's it been? Fucking
since 94?
Over 26 years with basically the same lineup.
Yep, it's crazy.
Maybe it's 95. I don't know.
And if you don't count DJ Lethal, in my head, I always thought there was another guitar player, but that's
like
just fucking Wes being Wes, I guess.
Okay, so. Obviously, there were probably a band before the album release, but $3 Bill Y'all came out in 97.
97, Jesus, yeah. And they did play, like, off of all of those old releases.
If only Limp Bizkit had added some baking powder. Thank you, Helen.
Oh, Helen is...
Did they play all the hits, though? They played all
pretty much all the hits. What was the thing that Helen said earlier? Now for this week's episode of Colon Talk, that made me chuckle.
Also, Starbucks sales have gone up 300%.
While we were talking, yes, we are definitely charging that all the way up. They're getting real fucking big,
all the sales.
Big sales from us over here.
And give away free dildos.
Yeah. So Limp Bizkit played, and then we watched Post Malone's performance after some EDM guy did the same thing for 45 minutes, and it really there was another EDM performance that was actually entertaining. This one guy just literally.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of EDM that I don't get.
Yeah, it was. In the moment, I get it. If I'm there, I'm sure I'm having a blast. Everybody looked like they were fucked up, so I'm sure they're having a great time. But after the EDM guy, they went and they played the Post Malone set, and I have to say, one man on stage for an hour and a half, nobody else with him but his buddy. I think the guy's name was Sam or something, that just kept bringing him different pints of beer because he would just chug it and throw it into the crowd and everything. And one guy, he just kept getting the crowd, chanting for the guy that was bringing him beer. But it was just him, pyrotechnics, and amazing fucking lighting, and it was captivating as all hell. And another person who, every time he played a song, I went, oh, wow, how do I know that song? Oh, it's the Post Malone song. It's a fucking popular song. Yeah. And then the next song starts, I'm like, oh yeah, that one too. Oh, that one too. And I'm thinking there's 4 or 5 songs I'm going to know and I'm going to like. But again, in an hour and a half, maybe 1 or 2 songs that I wasn't super familiar with. Amazing performance. Would love to see that dude live. And then, after him, you got to watch Journey. And Journey was maybe the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen. Because the guy that they got to replace Steve Perry, the little Asian dude who's now a 53-year-old man or something like that.
Sounds just like him, though.
Sounds just like him, but now his voice is starting to go. And he's still hitting most of the notes, but now it just sounds and looks like, because you don't know what the rest of the guys in Journey look like, especially at 70-something, it just looks like a really bad and sounds like a really good cover band. A really good cover. They're amazing, technically sound, but they're all dressed like old greasers now, like leather jackets, pompadours. And
all right, so this brings up a good question that I have for all of you guys.
They shouldn't have been the last performance.
I thought it said no more Journey Psychos.
So does that mean that if you are a band and you have to replace your singer and you continue to tour, and never write any new music, are you just a cover band of your band at that point?
I mean, not to the people in the band, but to everyone else, I feel like it has to. It feels like that to me, at least.
Right.
And you can replace all the members.
But you're not writing anything.
A couple years ago, I saw Humble Pie. Not a single guy in that stage was an original member of Humble Pie. Humble Pie hadn't put an album out in fucking 35 years.
So is that a cover band at that point?
I mean, to me, it would be,
yes, but it's not billed that way.
All right.
Yeah. And the thing that we were remarking on is that Steve Perry could go out on tour and do all of the Journey songs if he had the rights to do it, and I'd rather see Steve Perry tour with people I don't know, young guys that are going to just perform the shit extremely well. I'd rather see that so I get the voice. But I also think at this point, it's been 15 years. I don't know if he's not been doing it consistently, I don't think you can just pop right back into that voice.
He's still doing it at his house. Come on now.
He's like, Huey's dead. And there's
just walks around all day.
Checking out the acoustics in this room, sweetie. Jesus Christ, Steve. Every fucking day.
Why did he quit, though?
I think it was I'm bigger than the band thing. It was kind of that clash, and they basically were like, no, we can replace you with this guy who does it just as good. But it could have been a vocal thing, too.
Maybe.
It could have been that. I didn't look into that. But just watching it, it was not entertaining. And it was a very long letdown. I left, towards the end of it. But it was a very long letdown.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of depressing.
Sort of depressing. Oh, no. Who died?
He was diagnosed with degenerative bone
What
condition.
A dick.
Bone what? Cancer?
Bone condition.
Oh, bone condition.
It was a hip replacement that he needed.
So
he didn't want to rush it, so he
stand.
quit the band because he didn't want to rush his hip replacement.
All right. So he quit, but now it's better.
He's. I guess so.
Can you see if he's performed at all in the last decade? Because I would rather go. I'd rather go see him sitting in a chair. And singing karaoke. I'd rather see him doing karaoke than...
Can we get him at karaoke?
Oh, my God.
Don't Stop Believing.
As long as there's a ramp, I guess we could do it. Is he touring, Justin? Anything?
I think the last time he toured looks like 2019.
Okay, so fairly recently. So before the world shut down.
It looks like he's put out new music.
Good. All right, so good. I'm going to go see Steve Perry long before I ever fucking see Journey. That performance sealed it for me. It was just kind of depressing after how good Post Malone was. And he's 25, 26 years old.
Yeah.
He started off like SoundCloud, right? Like
Yep.
pretty much he's
Yep,
the
that's
biggest
what it was.
guy, I mean, in the world right now. So obviously off of SoundCloud, like he's pretty much the biggest. But he, like, watching his performance, all of his songs, like in that setting, I realized how much like it changed the image a little bit. He could be like sounding more like The Cure, like just by the image.
Sure.
Like his image makes you hear what you see in that situation. Where you're like, okay, this is like hip hop, R&B. This guy's kind of got like a tough thing going, but the whole time he's just making little like baddie eyes and being all cutesy, like with the camera and the crowd and all that. If he just looked like, you know, the Smiths, like I would just go, okay, like you're just like an electronic version of the Smiths.
I think that it works for Post Malone that he looks absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But he just seems like the fucking coolest
chill
guy.
dude. So
I
fucking
love to
chill.
hang out with Posty.
I literally, Posty can be my new best friend. And maybe he'll like this next song that we're going to be playing for you guys. We're going to be releasing now, we're going to be premiering here, the final track off of Wasted and Waiting. It's been a very long time.
1 week since you looked at me.
Do you have a bottle of champagne?
I don't. There's an empty bottle of champagne we can pretend behind you. But this is the song I've been working on. I'll say more or less the longest. It's the riff I was like playing in the little
Watch the lube.
acoustic finger picking that I was playing at the earliest in my musical life. And this is the culmination of this whole project. So I'm really, really, really excited for everybody to hear it. The song for tonight is called Run Down. It is lyrically, it is a song that lyrically at like somewhere between 18 and 20, I wrote it to myself basically as a read this in 10 years and like reflect on it and kind of just...
It's been 20.
It's been almost
1
20.
week since you looked at me.
So I wrote this song basically as I know life changes people, I know things happen, everything, but I hope when kind of like a note to self or a letter that you hide and then you find years later. I had a teacher in kindergarten that made us all write letters, and then they mailed it to us when we graduated high school. And it was like, hi, I'm Kyle, you're Kyle, ha ha ha, I like the color blue, and I hope you want to do this still. So I kind of took that idea probably around the time I got that letter from 5-year-old me, and I wanted to be like, you know, like life can run you down. Like I've learned that from people I've worked with, even, you know, at that age. So I just like hope you're still like holding on to who you are. So it's like in that way a very somber song, and it kind of wraps up this album in a way that I really think works. But it's also because that's what it's about. Is why while we were recording this tonight, Zach and Justin
Piss you off,
got me
pretty good.
very, very pissed off. I go to get beer
funny,
and water,
dude.
and there's just one part in the song which wound up working into it. And I come back, and you guys are have already recorded in the minute I was down here. Oh wait, no, that was when I was on the phone with Keith, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was on the phone for a couple of minutes.
No, I mean, we literally just did
you
it
went
in
downstairs.
5 seconds.
Yeah. You
Okay,
went
so it's when I
downstairs
came down to get beer. Okay, and then I went back upstairs, and you've inserted "Learn to Fuck" into the song in a bunch of ways.
Which is the part where it sounded so good to say
Learn to fuck. And I just kind of sat there going,
I hope you learn to
no.
fuck.
I'm never going to learn to fuck. I'm not going to do it. I don't think I should. I should.
Come on and slide.
That's what I do. I slide. I don't fuck.
The
I
best
slide.
part was Kyle got so upset about this and just kept playing it, and me and Justin laughing and laughing.
Yeah.
And Kyle's sitting on the fucking couch with this power on his face. I turn around, I'm like, Kyle, quit being such a fucking baby about it.
I'm not being a baby. I'm not.
You knew we weren't going to put it in there.
I know, but I was just kind of like thrown off guard, and it just got me, and I was just kind of like, in that moment, I was like, I don't know how serious you are, because leading up to that, you kept talking about how fucking weird we were going to make this one, and you're like, oh, this is going to be a weird one, and then I was like, how far gone is his weirdness here? So it did catch me in a little bit of a baby mode, but only because this is a song that I have really high hopes for the end result. and mostly because of what we had done to it after I handed it over to you guys. We at one point there was dual drums on this album or on this track.
There
still is
dual drums on this
for a little bit. But this was I wanted this to be the Only in Dreams. I wanted this to be like the closing, like the wrap up song of the album. And did you happen to pull the demo up at all? All right. If you want to play, this is the demo. You can just keep this quiet in the background. It's a slow, sad sounding, slow moving song in its core.
Yeah.
And then we made it totally not this, but still this. And that's what I'm very happy about. And why I was acting a baby.
Yeah.
See me now.
You did get mad.
I got very mad.
I was like, man,
I really hope Dax hit the Learn to Funk version.
It's probably in there. I mean,
It's not in this. It's not in this.
Not in this version.
But I got it.
But
It's
it's-
might be there.
It's
You'll hear it.
So that's
sometime.
the base idea of the demo there. Just a sad, slow. Almost all my favorite albums end with a nice, good, slow song, an acoustic song, or just a song that really builds up slowly. So that's why I wanted to go with this one. Aside from the you guys goofing around and me taking it too seriously in the moment,
Right.
Everything that went into this song turned out fucking amazing. Justin, for you on the drumming, when you did this drumming, were you drumming along to Zach's drums at all, or did you do
I think
your
on the
own?
original. All right, so the original take when I did it, I did exactly what he did.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, when I went to go and do it again, I just had I just wasn't hitting something, or it sounded too robotic. So we're like, fuck that, just play whatever. And then that's why the double drums worked, because
Yeah.
there were parts that I was hitting that he wasn't, and the way the fills worked, it was like, okay. But yeah, there was just something slightly off when I had to sit back down and re-record everything.
Okay, but
For me, anyway,
Yeah.
it was just like a totally different feeling when I was sitting down and redoing it.
But what you wound up having after you sat down and re-recorded, as Zach pointed out, it's a very 90s feel
For sure.
to it.
For
And-
sure.
The whole thing. Once I played that drum, this was the first song I worked on.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna. When we were splitting all this up, I'm like, I'm just gonna do this one myself, because I liked that. It's the song "Trucker's Atlas" by Modest Mouse.
Yes,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
the drum beat is like reminiscent of.
Yeah.
And once I heard that drum beat over, even though it's the same tempo and the same key and it's the same guitars, your acoustic guitars are the same on the demo.
Yeah.
When I did that drums, it totally fucking changed the song, and I
Right.
could not change it to anything else because I liked it so
and
much.
this would be, I mean, one of like 2 or 3 times that my guitar from the demo made its way over pretty much unadulterated.
And then
Yeah, I
my
think so.
drums and my first guitar takes, too,
Yeah.
from when we were fucking fleshing the idea out. That's I think the solo is just the first guitar solo take
Yeah.
I did on this song 6
And it
months
just
ago.
works because it's weird. And then tonight you added the bass part, which like most songs and a lot, if not every single song on this album, once the bass part was added to it, it just kind of like pulls everything together in a nice package. And it all was just so cohesive after that. So
I always like doing bass last.
yeah, which is weird.
Well, solos last, but
Yeah.
like, you know, your drums, your rhythm,
Yeah.
and then your bass just sucks it all in.
And it really, like, it's moving, it's all over the place. There was in one moment when you were recording, I kind of got like just kind of the way you were moving your body language and everything. You gave me the best Kevin Legere vibe ever. You were just kind of doing that, like when the Pocono Duo bass player,
Oh,
Kevin,
yeah.
when he's just
I
like
think that's his last name.
when you're just like fucking, when you just see him like really getting into a song that you know he just like fuck. Not only can he play it with like his eyes blindfolded and probably like thrown into a vat of oil, he can still fucking play
whiskey.
a vat of whiskey for sure. But he's just fucking smooth all over the place. But you just had this awesome vibe, and it just like definitely pulled that like 90s feel into it. So this is the longest song on the album. This is the only one that's over. It's definitely the only one over 6 minutes, but I think the only one that's over even 5 minutes, right? Like I don't
nothing
think
else even.
so.
got
This
that
is
close.
the longest. This is the the culmination of the album. I am very excited after tonight's show to be able to sit down and listen to it start to finish. And we will be getting a date to you soon of when the whole album will be available to stream. It's going to be everywhere that you can stream music. And then hopefully, I don't really like the whole pre-order things and shit like that, but hopefully we get together some physical version of this for you in the next 6 months or so. I really want to press it onto vinyl. It's just that even if I only did 50 copies, I just want to get it done.
I think we should do a small run. Do a small run.
Small run, hand number
you guys
it.
Want a small run of Wasted and Waiting?
We'll autograph it for you with feces, and you'll enjoy it. I think you'll have to bake it afterwards so
Kyle's
it stays
lying.
on there.
It's going to be lotion.
It's going to be lotion. It's going to smell like grandma.
It's going to come with
can we get custom cock rings? We're going to look into custom cock rings, see if we can get that going for you guys.
The cover art. Cock ring.
Well, we already have the cover art, but we don't have the back cover art. Let's get a cock ring going. All right, guys. So here it is. Brought to you by Starbucks, Papa John's, and cock rings, and Sambuca and bunk beds. Here is rundown.
Couch beds.
The couch bunks.
Yeah.
Bunk couches. Bunk couch beds. Here is rundown, the final track off of Wasted and Waiting. Really hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you in 6 minutes, and we're going to talk karaoke with the master of karaoke, Slatky. Enjoy.
See me now. Ten years run down. I wonder if you'll run down too. Safe for now. It's hard 'cause you're not around. I wish I could save myself from myself. You think I'd you're not hard 'cause you're not around. I wish I could save myself from myself. You think I wish you were safe for now. It's hard 'cause you're not around. I wish I could save myself from myself. You think I wish you were safe for now. It's hard 'cause you're not around. I wish I could save myself from myself. Think
All right, guys, there you have it again. That is Run Down, the 10th and final track off of Wasted and Waiting. Again, really happy with everything, how everything came together, how everything turned out. Obviously, it doesn't get done without the two of you. So
I had a lot of fun, man. I'm glad that the album is done.
I know. It's just so weird that it's done.
I'm glad to... I'm excited to actually put it out.
Yeah.
And
it's been a year and a half pretty much since December of 2019 we recorded the first demos of just the recording process. Obviously, we went on hold and did a bunch of other stuff in the meantime. Since we started demoing this album out, we have finished like 6 EPs and another full album, and this was a totally different animal, I guess, to tackle. This is one that we took our time on. It's one that started with songs that I had written and originally was just going to be me and acoustic, and through all of the thoughts, all the plans, all of the wants and the wishes for how I wanted it to go. Like everything, I guess, in life, the way it turned out is the way it was meant to be.
Right.
But Zach and Justin, the two of you, really made this album what it was, and obviously also Steve-O and Megan, like just crushing their and I was gonna leave Spencer for last because Spencer, I will say, pushed this album in a direction it would not have gone. Kev and Richard with their ideas, James with the tone and with the inspiration and the influence just with music, pretty much. I mean, I know I jokingly said it at one point, but like literally anybody that I've ever interacted with in music has shaped my view of music and what I put out. So anybody that's ever helped me or done anything, even ruined me in music at certain points, that album doesn't happen that way without all of that going the way it did.
I have an important question.
You guys really were, before you get to the question, you guys were really the brain, the heart, the soul of this project after I handed it over to you, and you fucking nailed it. And
I really
to be
enjoy...
sad, sappy dude, love you, and thank you guys so much for doing this.
Of course, I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to playing it live.
I'm looking forward to playing it live
one day, and only one day.
and it's I don't know. It's always the excitement of moving on to the next, and getting into the process of doing the whole thing over again.
Yeah,
I love that whole thing.
So, what's the question?
It's from Keith. He says, what advice do you have for writing an album?
For writing an album, my advice is you start when you're 16 and you hoard all of the riffs and the words and the things that you want to put in an album for like 10 years, and then you forget about it for about 5 years, and then you pick up a guitar for the first time in like 5 years, you start playing again. And then 5 years after that, you actually record. That's my advice. I think that's the only way you should do it.
My advice is hire Brunch as your backing band, your producers, your engineers, your mixers, and your masters.
Yeah, get yourself a Zach and a Justin, and it's way easier.
Just come
and
over
cheaper.
and do it.
But
Helen is right. Collaboration. Yeah. It's way easier to do it when you're...
Everybody's
when someone has their part, you know what I mean? When I'm like, all right, here's that drum parts, and I just Justin's got him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or here's your parts, here's my parts, and we're not worried about doing everyone's job. You just worry about doing your job.
Yeah, and that was the funny thing. I remember when we mapped out the one night where you recorded this single, the solo for this song. You basically looked at me and went, all right, Kyle, your job's pretty much done until you have to put vocals. Like, it's at the point where it's like, there's going to be maybe like a guitar part here and there that you have to do. But for the most part, that is what it was. I got to sit back and watch you guys take what I had started with and mold it into something awesome. And I've thought since I was younger that if I only had a friend or two that could listen to my basic music and make it better, that I could write an album, and we did it. But in all seriousness, if somebody's a musician, somebody keeps their music closeted and doesn't play for anybody or show it to anybody, it's kind of wasted. It's wasted, and get over yourself. I mean, that's literally what this album is about to me as a whole. Is I spent and have spent, in some ways continue to spend, a lot of time just kind of wasting and waiting for things to change, things to happen. And in the last few years especially, I realized, more and more that it doesn't happen until you just, literally the most cliche thing in the world, just do it. Like, listen to Shia LaBeouf, guys. Just fucking do it. Right. Just do it. If you want to do something, fucking shoot for it. And I mean, while I know it's annoying to me for myself to have wasted and waited so long to do so much, now is the best time. No matter what you're doing, now is always the best time. So just fucking whatever you're doing, if it's music, any other endeavor, just fucking jump into it and get smart friends.
I'm just glad I got to work on it.
I'm glad you're glad. It makes me feel good.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that this album has helped me with.
Yeah.
Just in learning, just in progressing in drums and
they're gonna say on how to really appreciate lyrics or
there's a lot of
that's the thing that we don't, because I've spent so many hours with these songs that today when you got upset, I was like, oh yeah, I forget that like because the words are just words to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so used to hearing them over and over again that they until the song is completely done and I can listen to it in a different setting than here in the studio, the words mean absolutely nothing to me other than, did you hit the right note? Are you on time? Like, I have no fucking idea what any of these songs are about until they're done. You know what I mean? Yep. And that's like a weird...
Yeah,
I'm sure it's weird from...
Yes, Keith, get wasted and wait.
Yeah,
for the way I look at the lyrics versus you.
Yeah, because for me, I mean, and that's always been the thing for me. All of these songs were written lyrics and vocal melodies first, and then I sat behind a guitar and figured out what worked with what I wanted to do. I do writing songs very backwards to most people because I am a vocalist and a lyricist before I am a musician in any respect. And that's what I put most of the effort into. That's where most of my favorite artists put most of the not most of it, but a lot of effort into what the lyrics are saying and how the melody is going. And that's something that it's been fun to go back to record these after spending the last 3.5 years making shit up on the fly, and that's really another thing that got me out of my shell, was like, why am I holding on to all these fucking songs that are just for me right now?
Right.
When I've seen that we can put out fucking 5 albums in a fucking year if we just sit down and do it. But yeah, again...
we do have Rich commenting saying, you're not just putting your music out there, Kyle. You've shared the process as well. Happy to see it finally come to light. Congrats, dude.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. And everybody in the chat and everybody that I know for the next 50 years are just going to congratulate me on how amazing this album was.
Album of the year.
Pop the champagne.
Pop that champagne. In 25
pop
years
the champagne
and
and
2
learn to
months
fuck,
when we're
baby.
being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And, but no, a big thank you to you guys, everybody involved. And again, we'll be letting you know before this show wraps up in 2 weeks, because we've got 2 episodes left after tonight.
That means we have two more songs.
Two more songs to write. We do have 2 more songs to write, but we don't know what those are going to be yet, which is back to the weird funsies of it all. But tonight, aside from all the music and everything that we've listened to, we are here to talk to Mr. Mark Slatky. Yeah. You are, again, you're an old friend. You are.
Did you say you're an old fuck?
You're an old fuck.
You're an old fuck.
You're an old fuck. Justin calls you a whippersnapper, but you're an old fuck. But you're an old friend, and I've known you since I started going to bars. We met you all through Jock and Jill's. But 10 years ago, you took over the duties of karaoke at Jock and Jill's.
September 7th, 2011.
September 7th, 2011.
Yeah.
Now, remind me, or refresh my memory, when you first took over, you were doing an every other week thing, right? With the old couple?
Yeah, the first month was, they basically said, whoever brings in the most amount of revenue to the bar is gonna have the gig, is gonna be the every week karaoke person.
And you guys went back and forth, and I think we all went, we're not going to the bar. We took weeks off. We're like, we're not going to bring our crew. We're going to get Slacky this gig. Right. Yeah. So it worked out, and you've been nailing it since the beginning. Like, I have always enjoyed the nights where we just get to different levels of intoxication at different points. Yeah. But it's been 10 years, so we're going to conclude with this as well, but if you want to let people know right off the bat, because there's no reason to not say this as many times as possible, you're celebrating your anniversary.
10 years at Cinder Inn, September 10th and 11th.
10th and 11th.
Friday and Saturday night, yep. And
hell yeah.
We'll be having a 10-year anniversary of Slakyoke.
Now, you also have a sweet image for this.
Yeah, we're getting t-shirts printed.
Now, who made that image for you?
Yeah, I was just saying. My man Justin.
Justin! Oh, yeah.
Did you
went
do
old school?
It yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
He made the image.
Who's going to do it? Yeah. It's the old school Phillies look. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
Yeah. Show the people and Zachary. But you can probably just go easier on Facebook to Slakyoke Karaoke and find it on there because he's been using it.
Yeah.
So September 10th and 11th starts at 9 o'clock. It's a Friday and a Saturday.
Yeah.
If you're going to be coming with a large group, fucking reserve a table because it does fill up some nights. Other nights
what is Friday night?
Are we doing themed anything?
Do you show off to people and Saturday night get real drunk and sing badly?
Yes. Oh, I like this. So one good night, one bad night. I think because if we do really well on the first night, we won't have voices for the second. I'm gonna have to take off this Saturday.
I'll have no voice. Yeah, if we try to do 2 nights,
2 nights in a row.
Friday, I'll pump out all my good hits. Yeah. And then Saturday, I'll be doing like, fuck it, I'm a Barbie girl. I don't care.
Yeah, all the silly fun ones. All right, so here's the image that Justin threw together. Slakyoke Karaoke. That's fucking sick, and I'm excited to see it on a shirt. Hey, maybe someone can get it tattooed on their asshole or something like that.
On my asshole.
On the hole.
So that's gonna be on the front. We're getting. I was actually on Facebook. If you go to Slakyoke Karaoke on Facebook. I was actually asking people to
I don't know if this is going to be your final design or not, if it's going to be that big or not, but that's what I had mocked up for.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But we're going to be doing the back of the shirts too with a logo. So far, the one I've liked the best is actually the one that I came up with which is making bodies hit the floor since 2011. But I'm open to other ideas. So, like I said, I was doing something on Facebook where if you put in a suggestion, we actually used it, then you'll get a free T-shirt.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think it should be
involved.
Learn to fuck.
Learn to fuck.
What's the line? Slacky's selling crack.
This man is selling crack.
Is whack. Other karaoke's is whack. So let's jump to that now. When you were on in season 2, we had written a song. Now, if you want to go to the video that I have on the drive there, the second one, this little clip, it's a little bit longer. This is like a 3-minute clip, but it's worth it, every second of it, I believe. This is a clip from us trying to describe the writing process for Shid.
Okay.
The song that wound up being and is the Slakyoki karaoke theme song.
What a fucking terrible.
It's a nine-minute song with a 3.5-minute music interlude in the middle of it.
And Justin's been promised me a short version for
2.5 years now.
One
day
I have to get it.
We need to get it done by the 10th and 11th so we can open with that and just have that playing.
I just remember the terrifying look on people's faces when you've played the whole thing.
Yeah. When karaoke had to be outside, and we're all outside in the smoking section doing it, and you started blasting it, people are like, what the hell is this? It means like it's us. This is us. It's great. What do you mean? So, jump into that. It's labeled Outcast.
I'm just going to leave us up and mute it.
A reason, so mute us and put that up. Here it is. Us talking about Shid. All right, so this week we, as always, we're writing our Brunch Weekly single.
Yeah.
And I had been messaging back and forth with Slacky, and he had said that he would like to do either, you said like a Travis Tritt style song, or
Travis McCoy or Bruno Mars, like.
Oh, Travis McCoy, not Travis Tritt.
Not Travis.
I just read it as Travis Tritt. I've been working at the Cinder way too long. I saw Trav. I didn't even think Barker. I thought Tritt.
It was McCoy.
McCoy. Okay. McCoy. The real one. Okay. And then you said we're an Outcast style song.
Yeah.
So I brought that.
Well, we didn't do the first.
We didn't do the first at all.
Well, I love Outkast.
Yeah.
That's one of my. I seen Outkast live, and that shit was like one of the greatest moments of my entire. I had this fucking 300-pound girl on my shoulder.
On your shoulders.
So I'm so
as tall as the cat.
Did you tell her that roses really smell like poo?
We're watching Outkast, and it's like at a festival, and I'm in the middle of a field, and I'm fucking shit house. It's me and Charlie.
Hey, you're shit house.
Shit house, right? And this girl just taps me. She's like, taps me, and I don't even look at her. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, will you put me on your shoulders? I can't see. And I just was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then I looked at her, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, this girl was fucking as big as me, dude. And I struggled.
Well, it's very gentlemanly
but you know what?
of you.
I was so fucked up, and I was having such a good time.
Hence your back problems.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm going to do it anyway. I was like, I bet this girl doesn't get lifted up much at shows because nobody lifts me up at shows and she's the same size as me. And
I'll lift you up at a show.
I was like,
I'll lift you up.
And then he used the hashtag Papa Johnson.
I got to tell you, when I was living in Southern California, I went to Ludacris opened up. It was Exhibit and then Outkast with their stage presence. I've never seen anything like this before.
I've never gotten to see them live.
Dude, to be honest, all of a sudden in the middle of a song, the guys flop down on the floor on all four, like spread out, like you're watching.
What are they making, like snow angels?
Yes,
on the stage?
like basically that's what it looks like.
Okay.
All of a sudden, the backup dancers wearing next to fucking nothing, to be honest with you, do a backflip right into a humping style.
Oh,
and a grinding.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that's when I knew.
That's some live performance right there.
Yeah, that's how I knew.
That's when you knew that you should have been in
Outcast. Oh yeah,
dude. I was being grinded. Like the discs in my back were grinding together.
Oh,
she took that literally, man.
She ground
my. I was shorter after a couple songs. I was just like
3 songs later and 2 acid flashbacks
later. And she's like, "Thank you," and I was like, "You know what?"
And one
I hope like I made her.
And then you said, "Pay it forward," and got on her fucking back.
I guarantee she's doing her own podcast somewhere right now in Nebraska. Talking about you.
That other voice in there is some guy named Joey Tamboli. Joey Zamboni, I think. Timboli, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a guy.
Tommy Pedophile.
Stromboli, that's where he goes.
He goes by Tommy Pedophile.
That's not a good name to go by. As far as nicknames go, gotta get a better one there. But yeah, so we wrote this song, and
Zach really was like 4 inches shorter too.
Yeah. So we wrote this song based on those influences, I guess. And it's super silly. It's super fun. Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear a little bit of it? We don't need to play the whole thing, but Justin, if you have it pulled up, we could jump into a little bit of shid. The dirt ass part at the end. Is so silly. All right, so here's gonna be a little bit from shid.
Am I muting microphones?
Yeah, mute the microphones. There's some good rapping that happens in this song. Oh yeah.
Wednesday night, circa 13. Slacky's on the mic and the dance floor's dirty. Jockin' Jills for thrills, but it kills me to be this drunk on a Wednesday, but it fills me with hope. Goodbye to stay alive. How do you know you can sing if you never tried? Karaoke's in effect, motherfucker. What?
Hey ho, the gangs are gonna go. Slam a couple bombs, get up for a song or 2 or 3. The room will start to leave, leaving us all twisted. Just so you don't gotta be impressive. We're all here for booze and then for cheers, shooters and for beers, with Mark and Joey T on the digital beats. It's an audible dream till we all get out of seats. It's smoke break time.
Oh, it's so beautiful that day.
2.5 minute version.
Yeah, we could probably do a 2.5 minute version.
Just our verses.
Now, if you want to hear the whole song, you can find it everywhere our music is.
I'll
leave a little bit of that musical break in there, but we don't need all 3.5 minutes probably for that version. But I think
halfway through the song, I'm just like, we're gonna do a tempo change. We're gonna just do a fucking
growling and shit.
Pink Floyd solo.
There's a part in the middle of the song where you just go, "Do you remember?"
Like Indians.
Keith walked out, right?
No, the time that Keith sang "Stairway to Heaven," and we all walked out. That was a great line in there. But yeah, you can find that if you go on YouTube or you're watching this into the House channel playlists.
It's blowing my ears out.
It's sorry about that. That's mostly my fault there, but it's a little bit of his
blowing people's ears.
But yeah, you can find it underneath the Brunch Weekly Original Singles playlist on our YouTube channel, or you can go to anywhere you're streaming music, look for Brunch, and it's under the album Lucy's. Yep. That's SHID, SHID. It's a super silly, fun song. I was really happy to get to rap. I think that's the last time we did anything with real rapping in it.
Yeah,
we did the diss tracks. So
that was before this, though. So
it was after. I'm pretty sure it was after.
Yeah, I think it was going to season 2 to season 3.
I thought it was going season 1 to season 2 is the diss tracks.
2 to 3 was
when did we start doing the... No, it's season 2, because season 2 is when we started. It's the Battle Royale and Battle Royale Part 2. I'm pretty sure the end of season 1, going into season 2.
I'm an avid listener.
Season 2 is
Slacky listens more than I do.
It's very true. But season 2 is where we started doing the Brunch Weekly Original Singles. So I'm pretty sure we wrapped up with the raps season 1 into 2. But maybe I'm wrong. I might be very, very wrong. It's been 3 years. But yeah, we haven't done any rapping in a long time. So it's fun to hear and see what we did there. And then after, while Justin is looking to confirm or deny the assumption on my part here, I did have a couple things that I wanted to talk to you about in regards to karaoke. You've been doing it for a decade. You've seen a lot. You've seen a lot of really good. You've seen a lot of really drunkenly bad, and you've seen people really give it their all, and people just show up, like people that drop the mic after 3 seconds because they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize that."
I hate people that just actually drop the mic.
They drop it. Oh yeah, fuck that.
Or fumble it because
mics are expensive.
It's not a nice thing to do to a microphone.
Well, especially I have Shores that are like, $180.
I've got a bunch of Shores. Yeah, they ain't cheap.
And so with all of that experience in this business, I'm curious. We'll start with an easy question. A question about you doing karaoke, all right? So what...
No, I can't find it.
What do you think... what do you think is the best song that you do at karaoke? The one that you have the most fun with? The one that is... Whether you do it every week or you only do it once in a while? One that you have the most fun with? Or maybe just the one that you think you perform the best? Is there one that you really gravitate towards?
I mean, there's been so many over the years, you know what I mean? But I mean, my first song, the first karaoke song I ever sang was Bismarcky, Just a Friend.
Right.
That's always a crowd pleaser too.
Yeah, but my favorites to perform are probably MC Hammer.
Okay,
the Hammer Time. I can't even think of the name
Can't
of the song.
Touch This.
Can't Touch This.
There you go.
And then obviously I love Young MC, Bust a Move.
Bust a Move is a good one. Yeah. And I feel like in the early stages of Slackyokey Karaoke, you had a lot more, not just you, but there was a lot more rap happening. There were the Foster Brothers crushing it with their renditions of a couple of songs.
Coolio. Back-to-back Coolios. That was always good.
That was always good. But yeah, you doing rap. I feel like there was more of that in the earlier days. And I will say that my personal favorite of yours, and I don't want to sound biased here, but it is your backup or backing vocals in our duet that we do of If I Had $1 Million.
Yeah.
And my favorite specific part is every time you go, haven't you always wanted a monkey? It just makes me chuckle every single time. And then the one day, like 3 weeks ago at work, that song came on, and it's the first time I've heard that song, not our rendition of it, in so long. I'm like, they're singing this shit wrong. These guys are fucked up on this. They're fucked up. All right, so what would you say is a song that you have done that you were really excited to do that you bombed on? Is there any song that you were like, oh, I'm going to crush this, and then you just went, fuck, that sucked?
Dude, once again, so many songs. Dude, it's funny because, like when it's a slow night, I try to do new stuff, and then I'll start singing this song, and I'll be like, man, this was a bad idea. You know what I mean? And then, like, halfway through, I'll either stop it or I'll just be like, sorry, guys, I thought I could sing this.
Oh, this file's corrupt.
So,
one thing I've always appreciated about your karaoke is, and this is in no way a dig at you, you are not the world's greatest singer. It's no surprise to you. You know that. Yeah. But you get up there, you have fun with it, you do give it your all when you're performing, and it makes people so much more comfortable to sing looking at you, and then us when we're not doing our best and just like goofing around. I'm sure that doesn't hurt people's thoughts about getting up there, but you're probably the most welcoming karaoke guy that like I've ever seen work, because I know that we're friends, so I'm all right, I'm good, I know I'll get my songs in there. But there are people that I know that are like, I don't really know, like if I'm gonna get up and sing, and then you get up and you make a fool a little bit and just kind of like ramble on some things and just kind of go whatever. But then people are more like, okay, I'll go sing, because like that guy, he's running it and he's just having fun and it's good. And I've had so many other karaoke guys that are like singers, and you're like, go away. Like no one wants to go up after you if you're good. If you're great, like fuck you.
The same thing sort of happens when you get somebody that just goes up and kills a song. Like back in the Jocks days, you'd have like just some random person come up on the stage, kill it, and then it's
somebody who's just wandered off Main Street and just destroyed it and leaves, and we're all just like, fuck, who's going up next? Shit. But that's also something that you do very well. I've seen multiple times where somebody goes up and crushes, and it's kind of like I know this next person's not going to want to be... Okay, so I'll just throw myself in right now. I'll break it down once again. And it works. And it's always added to the fun, the entertainment side of it. And we used to get... I mean, not that we don't enjoy drinks while we're doing karaoke, but back in the day, like, we used to get fucking turned up. Yeah. And it was always fun. I never felt like there was... Maybe sometimes we were being the dicks and mocking some people. But I don't think, like, people that were earnestly trying and really going up there, we've had our weird friends that we've made along the ways. But I don't think anybody's ever felt like unwelcome when you're doing it, and so many other karaoke guys
we
are
we need to get Ray Stanley.
We need to get Ray
at the 10
because Ray is referenced in the song. And he's I call him our William Hung in it.
You can't have a smoke break without Ray.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucked up, guys. But Lou Ray Shaw needs to make a return. Lou Ray Shaw.
Just so you know, you're getting a lot of praise from Helen. First, she says that she has to confess that she loves your videos. They're so much fun.
Oh yeah,
and
I do the reface, the reface,
and that you're sweet, warm, and encouraging. So.
Exactly.
Thanks,
and
I'm a big teddy bear.
You are. You're my third or fourth favorite brother. Only two of them listen to this, so the other third or fourth won't ever know.
Never know.
Now, I'm curious, kind of like the wrap it up question here. When I interview bands, sometimes I ask a question that Zach hates, and it's erase one artist from existence. And Zach does not like that question because he thinks it's a mean-spirited question, because it is.
It is.
I'm a mean-spirited person sometimes. My question to you is, if you could delete from existence one song that irritates the fuck out of you, no matter who sings it, or people can't do it and they try to do it. If you could eliminate one song from karaoke for forever, what song is it? Because I'm going to do it every week now.
And any song with a 2-minute outro.
Oh my god,
they should definitely be out. But like one song that people try to sing and usually they're not very good at. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a couple singers out there that come in and they nail it. But I mean, dude, Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You.
Dude,
yeah,
I feel like
that's brutal. That's a
tough song. That's a tough song.
There's like a 1 in 1,000 chance of the person getting up to do that is going to crush it, and we've seen a handful of crushing it's on those songs.
Yeah, but I've seen a dump truck full of people.
Another one is Eminem, Lose Yourself. Like a lot of people don't realize how
any Eminem, dude. Most
so much faster than you think. It's so much faster.
Dude, there's only one person I know of that could sing DMX. Party Up. Like there's only one person I know that I've tried it and I'm like, no, I'm not.
Do you want to expose that person's name?
Reggie Spend.
Reggie. Fuck. Oh, jeez. I don't think I've ever seen him do that.
Dude, he kills it.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
But he's the only person that's ever done that's killed it.
Yeah, there are certain songs that I've always been like, oh, I really wish I wish I could do I Believe in a Thing Called Love, because it's a fucking crowd pleaser and it's a great song. But Zach would have a way easier time doing that. And I look at it and I go,
I'm not great at it, but I can.
You have a better range to try.
Who's that bartender from The Yard of Ale?
Cameo.
No. No. Before that.
Yard of Ale that would do karaoke.
He would come in and sing. Dude, that was the only song he would sing would be The Darkness.
Oh my god, I forget what his name is. Yes, I know. Gary?
Yeah,
Gary. Gary would crush that song. Yeah. Now, a person that I always loved, one of my favorites, that if we could find him, I don't know how to find him, but if we could find him, I want to get him there as well. Tommy. Tommy was the best early on karaoke surprise.
Dream On.
Dream On. The little guy that showed up in scrubs. He is like 5'2". He is 100 pounds maybe in full like wet winter clothing. He'd be 100 pounds, and he's just full of life and energy and just smiles. He's got his little glasses and he's got kind of tiny beady eyes, and he gets up there and he's just all like ready to go, and you're like and then he starts singing and he just transforms and he hits it, and oh my god, like everybody starts up. That is the best performance for karaoke when nobody knows him, because everyone's like, oh, look at this kid, like this is gonna be terrible. Oh, like
it's like the third song of the night normally. You know what I mean?
And it was always early because he wasn't a drinker. He would just show up just for the love of karaoke.
And then he'd have to go to work. He'd come in and have to go to work.
And then he'd go to work.
And he destroyed it. So that was that's a song. I used to have a set of rules that I tried to institute at karaoke. early on. They were my personal rules, but I expressed them to a lot of people. And there were 3 rules, if I remember them correctly. The first is you don't sing Queen or Journey. The second rule is
the noobs do that.
You don't sing in groups. And then the third rule is you can only break rules 1 or 2 if you break both rules 1 and 2. And you just have a shitload of drunk people on stage singing Queen or Journey. Right. If you're solo going up there, you better... I've heard a couple of really good Bohemian Rhapsodies. But again... Like any,
it's tough to sing that.
Any higher ranged vocals, you don't realize how high it is till you get up there. You don't realize how fast certain things are until you get up there.
Yeah, Journey's another. Don't Stop Believing. Like people, so many people get up there. And
it's
like,
the old joke from Family Guy. I love it. I love the song, especially when amateurs sing it. It's just actually I'd rather hear most people's versions of Journey, I think, than the live
Guns
Journey
N' Roses
show.
too. Guns N' Roses is hard to sing.
Keith used to crush some Sweet Child of Mine back in the day, and it kind of spoiled me on that. I don't want to hear many other people do that.
My favorite, and it's just an internet thing, or just in general, but
Tequila,
Disturbed.
Oh, wow.
That whole thing.
What everyone
with nobody ever being able to actually do it,
and they either miss it or
I think it's so silly, that song, that anyone who genuinely tries to do that, you just lose concentration.
You can't do it. That's what I'm saying.
You can walk around all day saying it.
This song was a fucking hit. Like, I can't do this in front of people. Like, no way.
But it's like there are collections of people doing karaoke and just failing at that specific part.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that compilation where they string it all together is fucking hilarious. But I honestly kind of thoroughly enjoy certain songs like that at karaoke for the bad of it, because one big thing with karaoke is enjoying bad performances. You can't go to a karaoke night and not be down to enjoy something bad. Now there are smoke breaks that you need to take for certain people, certain songs that are just too slow, or there's no energy, or you've heard it a lot before, like
it's 27 drunk girls.
Yes, exactly. All going, oh my God, this is my song. And they're all doing Party in the USA, but none of them are actually singing into the microphone. And they're all just like holding it and looking at each other and singing.
And hugging and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's just as bad as Valley most Girls. A couple of weeks ago, I went to the Phillies pub, and you were doing it. I was there with Steve-O and Jen, and we watched a group of like freshly 21-year-old guys do all these classic punk rock songs, like All the Small Things. And it was a group of like 8 dudes just like singing Jimmy Eat World and Green Day, and I was just like, it made me feel old, but I'm like, you were just like, you're the male equivalent. Like, this is girls 15 years ago singing Tiffany loudly in the fucking bar.
Right.
Oh my God. But you know what? You gotta take all of it with karaoke. You have to take the good and the bad.
Alan says, oh my God, I love this stuff.
Yeah!
Hell yeah, Alan.
You are your son's mother. But it's just an entertaining and a fun time, and I feel like it's a litmus test when somebody tells me that they hate karaoke. I'm like, that's a good sign that me and you probably won't be friends. Because
the funny thing is, I don't do karaoke.
You don't do karaoke.
I mean, I don't hate it.
You go to karaoke. You've been at least immersed in it because of us.
You've never sang karaoke.
I've never sang.
You've never gotten up once?
I've never gotten up
10-year anniversary.
But no. Listen, I did tell Steve-O
and Rich.
Can
you at least do Tequila?
Dude, that's Richie Landro's song now.
Okay, all right.
But either way, I did say that I would do a karaoke song after the first show that we do live that I sing in.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So I'll do that.
We'll get that going. So that's something for everybody to stay tuned for.
So you better have a basement show
tomorrow.
Next week.
He hasn't even done karaoke in our basement. He hasn't even been convinced to do that. But it's like I said, it's like a litmus test. If somebody says they hate karaoke, I'm just like, you just don't get it, and I don't think we're gonna click.
It's either that or they've never been to Slatky karaoke.
Or that.
Because
it's a totally different fucking beast, man.
There's just some places that you go, there's vibes, you know what I mean? Like,
and that's to get back to what I was saying before, you don't give off those vibes. And it's again very welcoming and opening. And
I thought that was your OnlyFans for a minute, Justin.
It's raining in right now.
Justin, is your lap camera on? Are you on that other? Are you on Chatterbait right now?
Hold on a second.
Are you making?
I gotta close this. Hold on.
Dude. If you could, I'm looking right at it. He's Jesus. Oh Jesus! You gotta
Wait,
fat
is that the
shit.
OnlyFans sound?
I don't know. He said it. I'm just running with it. I know that on Chatterbait. That's the sound. Either way, so
Have you used Chatterbait?
what? I've been on Chatterbait before.
Hasn't everybody?
Yeah.
I've never tried. I've never done
I saw
that.
someone wearing a shirt, so I looked on it.
I'll sing any song on
Some
karaoke.
dude was wearing a Chatterbait shirt at a bar once, and I went, "What the fuck is that?" He goes, "It's a website. Just go to it." And I went to it. And I went, "Oh, I get why this is intriguing. It's just people taking off their clothes for you, and you don't need to give them money. They just go." Well, this is the latest in an episode we've ever brought up Justin's penis, though. So that's pretty good. All right, well, Slacky, if you want to give out the information for the 10-year anniversary, so everybody knows.
10-year anniversary once again, September 10th, 11th, Cinder Inn, East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, 91 Milk Creek Road.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So again,
I remember it all.
If you're coming with a large group, make a reservation.
Yeah, absolutely. And also go on Slacky Karaoke Facebook. If you want to order a T-shirt. Pre-orders are they're going to be $20 a piece.
And submit your ideas for what the back of the shirt should say.
And may I have size, please die?
Yeah,
please die.
Yeah, bro, I have size 10, so it's alright, man. We're good.
Size 10. Hold the polls. All right. Well, thank you, Slacky, for being here once again. I was glad that we could squeeze you in before the show wraps up.
Yeah,
about 4 seasons later. Big shout out to Joe Triboli for not being able to make it tonight.
We can't end the show anymore.
What?
About fucking time that the show's ending. So we can't.
The show's
not canceled anymore.
We're uncanceling it. We're gonna go on for 400 more.
Right, and Slacky's gonna be featured on every single one.
This is now the Kyle Mocha won't Slacky.
It's not even the 3 of us. It's just Slacky.
Dude, I'll be here next Tuesday, guys.
I hope we're real proud of ourselves.
This is 5 years. Slacky, we don't live there anymore.
Helen, do not Google that. Do not. It's naked
Chatterbait.
people doing naked things, Helen. I don't want to be the reason. Or do it. I don't know.
You're an adult.
You're an adult.
You're an adult.
Make your own choices.
Just make sure you talk to your sons about it afterwards.
God.
Yo, I feel we got to mention the Chris Cavalis.
Chris Cavalis. So if you're local to the area and you know the Cinder, you probably know Chris Cavalis. He was in a really bad car accident on the 30th of June. So on August 22nd, a Sunday, just a few weeks away at the Renegade Saloon up in, I think it's technically Newfoundland, Greentown area.
Yeah, I think so.
But up that way towards like the Wallenpaupack area, they're going to be doing a pig roast, live music, possibly karaoke, we don't know.
We're trying.
50-50 raffles.
I think it's a $20 entry, and I think they're going to have tickets starting this week sometime.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, so they're going to be doing pre-sales on
You
that.
ain't never been to the Renegade?
I haven't, and I'm excited
Well,
to go.
I saw pictures.
Especially
they
the morning
on
of
the
a
roof.
night I work. It's going to be great.
Yeah, the Renegade is a wild fucking
Dude, they had bands
time.
playing on the roof, bro. I was like, dude, I need to go here.
Yeah, we gotta definitely get down that way.
Dude, karaoke on the roof.
But for August 22nd, come out,
jump off.
support. So I am a golden god, of course. I will jump off. Come out and support
Zach,
a really awesome guy who needs all the help he can get right now. All the love to Chris and his recovery. And yeah, August 22nd at the Renegade. Thanks for bringing that up. I forgot to mention that before. But yeah, August 22nd is that. September 10th and 11th at the Cinder for Slacky Karaoke, the 10th anniversary. And
next
Slacky Karaoke on Facebook. Make sure you go there.
Yeah, check
out my other gigs as well.
Yeah, he does other places besides the Cinder.
Yeah.
You're allowed to go.
Talking about Philly Pub.
Yeah, Philly Pub
on Wednesdays. Something new coming in September possibly too.
Ooh, I like it. Stay tuned. It's
Slacky's going to be
all nude
exclusively
review at K's.
On the
all male
nude review.
Live Chatterbait with Slacky.
Doing karaoke on Chatterbait.
Old lady K.
Oh my God.
I don't want to think of that.
The glasses, not clean. Your mind, not clean. My pants, not clean.
I was going to say thank you, Slacky, but you just put that into my brain, so fuck you, Slacky. Thank you for being here.
Fuck Joe Trimboli, too.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck Joe Trimboli.
Fuck Trimboli. Oh, that's how we're going to do it from now on. It's fuck Trimboli.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Riley. Joe O'Reilly, you've been...
replaced.
You've been replaced. Not Joe O'Reilly. Joe Riley.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't come to karaoke like 4 years anyway. So
it's his fault.
Does he live in Florida?
He's got like kids and shit.
Nah.
No. Dude, he lives like.
Wait, when did he come back here?
Local.
Yeah,
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, dude, he's somewhere between here and like Lehigh Valley. Like.
Go find him. Just go around going.
He needs to come to the 10-year anniversary,
and he'll show. Oh, he better. He best be there. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. Big shout out to Moot.tv for getting this all out to you. Super producer EJ5000. Big thank you to Cockrings and to Adam Kincaid. Again, I'm going to be doing a music video for him soon. Go check out Starbucks. Demand those free dildos. Don't
make sure you ask about the free dildos.
Hi, I was told to ask about the free dildos. Coupon code Kyle said free dildos. All lowercase, one word. But yeah, go check out Moot.tv. Check out the other shows over there. You can check out the Derek D Dozen, White Wasabi, and Let Me Ask You a Question.
And Papa John's will suck your dick.
And Papa John's will suck your dick. We also always recommend you check out our friendly podcast, But What Do We Know? Who we do the theme music for.
Dick right off your body.
You can go check out Sean and Dave Make Music. You can also go check out Not Movies. Sometimes I touch myself while I sleep and I wake up with my hands on my penis and it smells like Avon. Shout out to everybody on Chatterbait. See you later tonight. Chat or Bait. It's a website where you get to pay them and they spin a wheel and you chooses shat or bait. So they either got to take a shat or they got
listening to Shaq.
They got a bait. Either way, it's getting sticky. All right, guys. Always a big shout out to Mr.
Yo, I got Steel on DVD.
For getting this all together. Just plowing right through all this nonsense. And a big shout out to Mr. Zachary. Stormin'.
Learn to fuck.
Learn to fuck.
Learn to fuck, baby.
Stormin'. For Kyle Mocha Won't Shut Up, Season 6, Episode 10. I am Kyle Mocha. We'll be back next week. 2 episodes left, guys. We'll be back next week and do a lot of reminiscing about this show. And I'm just going to try to pull every time I mention cock rings and do a nice cock ring compilation. It's a cockpilation.
Don't forget about Justin Sucks at...
Justin Sucks.
1, 2, 3, Justin Sucks.
PA.com.
PA.edu.
All right, guys. Well, if Kyle Mocha won't shut up, I'm Kyle Mocha.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck the fans.
Fuck the fans. And...
Helen. Blackmore, we love you.
Love you, Helen.
We love you.
There's nothing more egomaniacal than singing the theme music for your own show. Who am I? Kelsey Grammer. If I could only drink like him, we're gonna write a new one every week. Some will be solid, some will